Hi everyone, self-love success story time, and it's from RB. Now, I want to say thank you to Shoshana for this beautiful necklace that she gave me when I was in Los Angeles. Thank you very much, Shoshana. I love it. Now, the story goes like this. One story of healing trauma, and I'm not going to go into the backstory of it, as I have decided to leave the past where it is and that it is dead to me. I will say, though, that people who have had significant trauma related to abuse like I did, especially as a child, you often, in your mind and heart, are left with a wound that feels infected by it. So for that, please go to a proper trained psychologist or doctor. The reason I say this is I always say that to my sister, the psychologist helped me to clean out the wound, and the law of attraction helped me to heal, manifest, and move on. I know it's not for everyone, which I respect, so this is why it is only a recommendation. Now, with the spiritual side, it took about 2 years to sort this problem out. It started in 2021. We are now in 2023. I had gotten into a relationship that was not good for me, and I had very, very low self-esteem, and I did not respect my own boundaries. This in turn triggered old childhood wounds and memories attached to my body and abuse. The problem that had happened was that I constantly thought I was peeing myself out of paranoia, and I didn't trust my body. I hated my body, constantly checking, etc., and I was unwell, to say in lighter terms. So, at first, being very honest, I was someone who was lying to myself about why I wanted my specific person at the time. I no longer wanted him. My self-love was extremely low, and I did the round thing that a lot of LOA users do. Use it to manifest a specific person while their self-love and respect is so low, instead of concentrating on healing themselves. I left it alone. The law of attraction did it on and off whilst I was not willing to let the past go or forgive. Gave up, came back, and many other silly things. This torture went on for about 2 years, and I never had this issue in my life before of any kind of incontinence. And to note, LOL, I was not peeing myself at all. I am perfectly healthy 24-year-old woman who had not had any kids, and the doctors checked, and I was fine, and I still am. Until I went to therapy and we got to the root of it, what memory was attached to my body. I also did some group therapy which focused on inner child healing, and then I came to your channel and you talked about how the body keeps score. Something in me struck a chord, so I decided I was committed to healing myself. I kept reading Ho'oponopono on my body every day. I would hold my womb and read over and over again as I'd place my hand over certain organs. I apologize for hurting them, not honoring them, and that it is safe now. I would say to my inner child constantly that I'm the adult now and she is safe, my body is safe, and I can take care of us both. I can trust myself. Every time I got anxious or scared, or I could feel my body panicking, I did it. I would constantly say the affirmation, I remember when I used to be paranoid about peeing myself, but now I'm perfectly fine and have been for years. Imagining myself in the future tense. I did your videos on YouTube on self-love and trauma. Then, when I was ready, during April this year, I forgave the person who caused me this pain as a child, and I completely let it go and made a vow that I would never bring it up again, as I've decided to kill that live wire to the past. And if I truly accepted myself as the God of my reality, then I also know before my soul came into this world, I had agreed on the lessons I'd learned here simply to reawaken myself to the fact that I can manifest. Soul shake, as Florence Scovel Shinn says. I let it go from that day. I have had no more of that issue at all. It was amazing. So freeing, not on my mind at all. I went from hating my body, felt like it had betrayed me, to free and full of forgiveness in my heart, mind, body at peace. So freeing, thank God. The only other time it happened, and it was a week ago, which I had realized was because I was nervous about speaking to any man, as I am not stable in my self-love, and a guy had tried to talk to me to pursue me, and I kindly set a boundary and let him know I have no interest in romance at the moment as I am not stable in that area. I had only felt it for a day or two, but I got to the bottom of it, knew I had to speak up for myself, my body, and my inner child. As soon as I did that, it went away. But before I didn't make a choice, I did make a choice. I kept reading Ho'oponopono whilst holding myself. I also was patient with myself that sometimes in human form we may fall, and to still have grace with ourselves. I started seriously manifesting this healing last year, 2022, around November to April 2023, and I was consistent, but I also had made a vow at the beginning of the year to love myself and to be there for myself. I kept myself busy, focusing on my goals day to day, chores, grooming myself, learning kindness and patience with myself and others, reading, going out, giving myself exposure therapy, socializing, staying off social media, and just pouring all the love I had scattered over the course of my life back into me. I also made a vow for 2 years I'd not date till I had accomplished my goals in terms of being stable mentally, physically, financially, and with self-love. Only then would I consider ever dating. It took a lot of discipline, and it still does, but wow, it's worth it. I'm so grateful for this wonderful gift Source has given us to be the creators of our own destiny. I hope this story made sense and was not too scatterbrained. Ha ha ha. I have many more wonderful success stories. I will write them to you soon. Lots of love to you, and yes, you have been an integral key in my healing and brought me much comfort, as well as my wonderful, wonderful psychologist. Women like you are diamonds. Kind regards, RB. That's wonderful. Wow. So healing a health condition and really working on the mind, body, spirit connection, and realizing that if we don't love the body, then it kind of needs a way, like a pressure cooker, to let that out. So this is a wonderful story, and I am glad that you had the courage to share it, because it's obviously reasonably private due to the nature of it, and I'm thrilled to hear that that's how you are now. And any short little reoccurrence, you can really focus your way out of that. So that's great. Now, for those of you that are struggling with self-love, down below in the description and up here next to my head, there will be the Self-Love Meditations playlist and the Self-Love Success Stories playlist. 2 separate things, and you can use that, enjoy that, and then take anything that RB said and see if you can apply it yourself too. I think it's wonderful that you took a break from relationships. I think when we jump into them again and again and again, it's like we don't get to the root causes because the other person is a band-aid. So it's good to step into a relationship when you've done a certain amount of work and then you feel like you're ready. Wonderful to hear. So again, Shoshana, thank you for my beautiful necklace. I love it. Lots of love, everyone. And I will see you, as always, in the next YouTube.